Was she a dancer, aka stripper model? Is that what you implying, Simp Shay? Simp Shay, is that what you implying? Yes, Chris Ruth, you're absolutely right. It's his choice who he wants to date. Remember that? Yes. If he wants to be a simp, it's his choice. If he wants to embarrass himself, that's his choice. But like I said earlier, he puts it out there. I gotta highlight it, like he's doing right now. Simp Shay. He said that it seemed like she was performing. Let's see. Let's see. We say that again. Let's roll that back.
Time that you and Samantha met.
Actually, I went to see her in Vegas because she used to perform out here. She did like Cirque du Soleil, and she did a bunch of cool like production shows out here. But we actually started on Twitter. She added me on Twitter, and we started talking. But then I flew out to see her, and we were hanging, like we flew out, and then when I landed, we didn't have anything planned, and so we were just driving around Vegas, and I'm looking around Vegas because, you know, I've never even really been to Vegas before, and it's so pretty. And she's like, so we're trying to figure out what we want to do, what's going on, and she says, "Do you want to go to the Grand Canyon?" And I'm thinking from Vegas to the Grand, I'm assuming it's not a very far trip. Yeah. You know, I'm assuming because also it was probably like 8 o'clock at night because I had just landed and we went and got some food and we spent.
So when you met Samantha Irvin, Ricochet, when you met her in person in Vegas, you talked to her after you was being thirsty for her on Twitter and also on Instagram. After you immediately follow her back and looked her up on Instagram, as she stated her words. You didn't know what to do. You had nothing planned out. You were that thirsty to see her. And you say you didn't know how far Las Vegas to the Grand Canyon was. It's the thing, Ricochet. You ever heard of the internet? You ever heard of Google Maps? You ever heard of Apple Maps? You could type in and be like, hey, where's this going? And I would have been like, if that was me, I would have said no. But you were so thirsty for Samantha, you didn't care. Come on, man. You got to do better than that, Ricochet. Oh, man. You definitely showing some red flags this right now. Let's see what we got in the locker room comments. Chris Root said dancers are extremely sexy, especially extremely high-rate dancers. Yes, she's a dancer, meaning I believe that Samantha Irvin was a stripper before she came to WWE. Come on, how many dancers we find in Vegas just a regular dancer? That girl was a stripper, man. I know how to read between lines, and hopefully you guys do too. That woman was a stripper, dancer. That's professional way of saying she's a stripper, she's a model, dancer. They don't want to say stripper, make it look bad. That woman was a stripper, man. You can't fool me, Simp Shay. Come on, man. But let's continue on with this interview. Let's continue on, see what he has to say.
Talk for a little bit, you know. So I said, sure, yeah, absolutely. Like, how far away is it? And she's like, I think it's like 4 hours. And I'm like,
yeah, it's just in a different state, you know.
I was like, sure, yeah, let's go. Like, absolutely. And so literally like 8, 9 o'clock at night, we just take off for the Grand Canyon. I think we stop at Kingsman, Arizona.
What? 8 o'clock at night? 9 o'clock at night? Come on, man. You left Vegas late at night to go to Grand Canyon first date. What kind of first date was y'all going on? Ricochet, you hooked up with Samantha Irvin in Vegas. And it was not just a date. She was a stripper and you hooked up with her, hooking up. Come on, Ricochet. You can't play me for no fool, man. Come on, man. What you said, Ramon, she was stripper Ricochet while on the date. Yep, sure was. She sure was, man. That's why I say you're a simp. This dude a simp, man. You a simp, Ricochet. Simp Shay, you a simp, man. Come on, Simp Shay. You can do better than that. But with that being said, we gotta get back to this interview. Like I said, so many red flags. I gotta pit him up. 4 hours. Come on. 4 hours. Ricochet, I hope you got services for that, no lie. Who know? I hope he did something right. But you embarrass yourself out here, Simp Shay. Come on, man.
I think that's where we stopped, like halfway. You know, that next morning, I don't think she said I saw a Cracker Barrel. I love Cracker Barrel. And I don't think she said she ever been to a Cracker Barrel before. And I said, oh, we got to go. It's so good. And if she has, she said she hasn't been in a long, long time. And I said, so we got to go. So that was kind of our real first date, was like meeting at a Cracker Barrel where we really sat down and talked. And it was so funny because the waitress, I guess she thought we had been together for a long time. And then we were like, oh, no, this is actually our first date. And she was like, what? She goes, oh, you guys have just been sitting here like it's. She goes, I thought you guys would have been together for a long time, but and then we're like, oh no, thank you so much. So like from day one, it's just been like from day.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Get out of here, Ricochet. They said that because you was going all out spending all this money on Samantha, not because of the chemistry. Come on, man. You embarrassing yourself out here. Chris Root said he's not as hypnotized as Matt Cardona is through Matt, because Matt's completely blinded. Not yet. Remember, Ricochet's engaged to Samantha Irvin, Chris. I think he is. He up there. He ain't as bad as Matt Cardona. You right about that. But he up there. Ramon said, if my girl said let's go on a 4-hour drive, we taking the bus. I guess right. Oh man. Oh man, you awesome for that comment. I mean, Ricochet, you gotta beat a man, and you are not that man right now. You ain't the man. You acting like a simp out here. Oh my goodness. Brunel Borg said, hey, welcome to the locker room, Tasha Ray scandal. Like, subscribe as you come into the locker room. Yeah, it's funny, Carl. It is so funny. This dude's making a fool of himself. He's making a fool of himself. This is so embarrassing. But this interview's almost over. Thank goodness. Let's get back to what Sip and Shay has to say.
Day one, it's been like, I don't know, perfect, I want to say. Nobody's perfect, but like we are perfect.
That is a hell of a first date. Vegas to Cracker Barrel on the way to the Grand Canyon.
And then our first photo together is like us standing together from the Grand Canyon.
Jeez. Wow.
It's like, it's only down from there now, you know?
I mean, seriously, that's insane.
No, but since then, it's just been great, man. Every day's just been like.
See, even Chris Van Vliet know you a fool. He said, that's insane. That's one hell of a first date. Even he know you a simp. He's the one said because he's being political. He does interview all the WWE wrestlers, for goodness sake. But this is bad. That's the interview with Chris Van Vliet. Now, another thing I'm gonna, like I said, now thing about it is they started dating back in 2021. They got engaged in January 2023. So the thing about it is, because I'm Batman, I'm the man, the visionary revolution. I am Steph freaking Rollins. They should come to the locker room, man. Thing about it is, these two, they've been dating for quite some time. But another thing I want to highlight, since they started dating in 2021, they've been engaged for over a year. When is the wedding? When are you guys getting married? You've been engaged for a minute now. Is something holding up? Is there something? Is there trouble paradise with this wedding? What is Ricochet? Samantha Irvin don't want to sign a prenup. If you're even smart enough to get one? Why are you guys still engaged after all this time? It's been a year and a few months. So that's definitely weird. Ricochet's a simp, period. But the question is, what is she seeing him? She's obviously starter and more eloquent than Ricochet. I don't know. Gerard beats me. She said in the interview, he's so handsome. Her words. So maybe she like his sipping. I don't know. I call him Sipachet. When me and my girl go on a date, we order from the dollar menu, and 4 years later, she's still here. Salute to you, Ramon. You ain't doing no 4-hour trips like Sipachet doing. At least you ain't doing that. What did Ricochet do? Because on Batman, you came in late. There were interviews by Chris Van Vliet of Samantha Irvin and Ricochet telling how they met. and very questionable things of that Ricochet did on his first date with Samantha Irvin. And we are here at this point. But yeah. Gerard said Ricochet's a phenomenal wrestler. He can't cut a promo. No, he can't. I agree. He can't. But thing about it is, now there's some photos of these two that I did pull up. Couple things I do want to highlight. Now, for those who don't know, Ricochet, he is a father of 2 kids, and he had 2 previous relationships, I believe. And now he's engaged, but like I said, when is the wedding? We do know for the record he has 2 kids. There's a picture of them right here. Definitely. No problem, Gerard. Appreciate, no problem. Appreciate you coming out, Gerard. But yeah, anyway, Ricochet has 2 kids from previous relationships. He has a son and daughter. Also, another thing that's kind of strange. If you guys remember, Ricochet back in 2019, he had a leaked tape pleasuring himself. There's a tape of him out there where he was pleasuring himself, and it got leaked. The WWE found out about it. Now, because it was a leak, he wasn't putting himself out there. He did not get in trouble for this. It didn't affect him in any way, shape, or form. But I know this dude here. He seems like he's one of those nympho type of dudes. And I know he's a sucker for love. Also, another thing that is questionable with Mr. Ricochet, he said something about his fiance that we just cannot ignore. Hit the locker room. He said here, if you guys can read the tweet there, one person said, David Aris said, stop shoving her in our faces. Samantha the Bomb is promoting her OnlyFans in her accounts everywhere. Stop it already. Look what Ricochet said. Believe me and my bank account wishes she had an OnlyFans. And he has the money sign emoji. Wow, that is another red flag. And I want you to see, this is his account, Ricochet, King Ricochet. He said he wished that him and his bank account that Samantha Irvin had an OnlyFans. This is his fiance, guys. He said he wishes his fiance had an OnlyFans. Very, very suspicious. That's a red flag. That is definitely a red flag. I don't know. That is definitely a red flag. I mean, that's not good. No. And I would say this definitely goes on the list as well.
You just made the list. Oh no.
Yeah, this goes on the list, and he's already got 2 red flags, and now we got to add another red flag to the list. It's another red flag. Let's see what they got. Comments got to say about in the locker room. What do we got? Because Batman said, hey, I think Samantha, if Ricochet came back completely, be sure, because of Batman, you better watch out. You may have to take a 4-hour ride for a first date. She may make you drive to the Grand Canyon. Don't be a simp like Simple Shade. Oh, man. Gerard said, just finished working. This live stream is good for me on my bus ride home. No problem, Gerard. We had a couple stuff at the locker room. See what else here. What else did you say here? Let's see. You said too that, damn, he has 2 kids. That means Samantha is a stepmom. Damn, she must really love him. Oh yeah, she said he's so handsome. She loves us, Ricochet. She said she loves his bald head. That's what she said in the interview. She said she like his baldness, something like that of sort. Let's see, Gerard. I hope the man has some Kleenex and lotion. Oh, Ramon, you got me rolling, man. Ricochet used to date Casey Katana's around NXT. Yes, I remember that. And for those who don't know, Casey Kataro is also on the Raw brand with Ricochet. She goes by Katana Chan. She's in a tag team with Kaden Carter, former women's tag team champions. Ricochet has Russell Simmons vibe. Ricochet looked like rapper Common's younger brother. Didn't Ricochet date the Blanchard girl? Yeah, I'm about to say they dated Tessa Blanchard. That's true. But she left him because she was the man in a relationship. I didn't know that, Ramon. I knew they broke up. I thought he broke up with her. Because they said reportedly that she had came to the NXT Performance Center was acting crazy. I didn't know that. I definitely did not know that. That's news to me. And that is not good if that's the case. Ricochet, that means you a certified simp for sure. Man. I gotta give you the list once again.